This is KCBD News Channel 11 at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
We are still dealing with snow and ice on the roadways 10 days after that blizzard blanketed the South Plains.
KCBD News Channel 11's investigative reporter Shaley Sanders is looking into how the city handled the snow. She joins us now with what she's learned. Shaley?
That's right, Karen and Abner. It may not be snowing anymore, but the aftermath of this huge snowstorm can still be seen on streets all across the city of Lubbock. This huge mound of snow is right in front of City Hall, where we just spoke to the city manager about how he thinks the city handled this huge winter storm.
If you had to give the city a grade on how they handled this giant snowstorm, what would you give the city?
I personally would give the city an A.
James Loomis is the city manager of Lubbock, and he is charged with overseeing the day-to-day operations of the city. He is the highest paid employee, bringing in $250,000 a year. Quincy White, the deputy city manager and second in command, brings in nearly $190,000.
In Lubbock, we think things come and go. They don't come and go. This event had to happen. We had to react to it afterwards, not during. If you react during the event, you're just wasting your time because snow's coming down, wind is blowing, etc. And once we react with the equipment we have and the personnel we have. I can tell you that many people had many sleepless nights staying up trying to take care of this situation.
We heard that you and Quincy were out of town.
I was.
During this snowstorm. What was your role, I guess, as you were gone? I
have a mother who is in a facility in Florida, and that's where I was. And obviously the trip was planned way ahead of time. My role was to keep informed, and I did keep informed while I was away. And if anybody needed any advice, I give advice from a distance.
I know that there were people that were on 12-hour shifts. Mm-hmm. You guys had people that were here just constantly. Right. Did you guys have conference calls? Were you guiding people? Who was,
no.
I guess, kind of leading all of this?
During the storm, Mark Yearwood, an assistant city manager, was in charge, and Mark Yearwood did yeoman's job. We have an emergency operations center that has individuals in there making the determinations on how and what and when and why and where. To dispatch the services and the equipment that we have to use. And I think they did a bang-up job.
We asked who was in charge of approving the city manager and the deputy city manager's time off. The mayor told us Loomis approves his own time off as well as the deputy city manager's. We've received so many emails, and I'm sure the city has too, about just how dangerous these roads were and not having the equipment to clear the roads. I mean, it's now 10 days, and there's still, like we just mentioned, some snow on the roads.
There's very little out there. Very little. I've driven this city almost every street. Very little. And I can't imagine people expecting it to be absolute, total, bare concrete or asphalt. I can't imagine that. Not this late in the game.
Now, they are supposed to meet to discuss how they handled this winter storm. They don't have a time or date set just yet, but when that happens, we'll definitely let you know. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Shaley.